maneno yenye imesemwa hapa katika bunge la mwananchi. So moja kwa moja tunataka kumwalika the one and only Silali, mbunge kutoka huko Bungoma. Karibu sana Jose Silali.
Asante sana bwana Meya, upande mwingine umeshikilia kiranja. So Wakenya wenzangu, vile mwenzangu amesema, huyu ndio Silali, na leo hii niko na furaha kidogo, na upande mwingine nimekasirika kidogo, kwa sababu last week nilikuwa nimesema leo hii naenda kuzindua earthquake, bali sikuwa najua kama on Thursday jana rais anakuja Bungoma. Sikukuwa na hiyo kwa akili yangu. So kwa sababu whatever I wanted to launch, they suspected ingekuzia ya jana, na nikaambiwa na very powerful police officers, wakaniambia hold on, alafu nirudi huko ndio nipewe mwelekeo, because it was a very sensitive topic that affects the whole country. Na nikasema kwa sababu sisi tuko na katiba na tunafuata katiba, singeenda kinyume. But nataka kuongelea tu, I just want to preempt part of what I wanted to talk about. Mambo ya ufisadi. Unajua hii nchi tunaumia kwa sababu ya ufisadi. Nataka kubrush tu very fast. Nimepita mahali watu wananisumbua mambo the way president aliingilia judiciary, na nikajaribu nikawaelezea, lakini kwa sababu mtu wa kawaida hawezi elezea Mkenya wa kawaida akasikia, lazima mwanasiasa mwenye alipigia kura akuje mwambie 1 + 1 = 3, na yeye anajua 1 + 1 ni 2. So nataka kuambia hawa jamaa, nataka kuwarudisha nyuma 2013-2014 wakati katiba mpya ilikuja. So 2013 tulikuwa na governor, I don't want to mention the name, but we had a case involving a legitimately elected governor and a grieved governor. Huyu aggrieved governor ni yule mwenye anaona alishinda na akanyang'anywa. So a case was involving 2 governors, the legitimately elected, then the aggrieved governor, plus a justice from the Supreme Court. So these 3 people, there was a bribery case involving a justice that involved 202 million Kenyan shillings. So these 202 million Kenyan shillings, it was a bribe to a justice, 2013-2014. Niko na full evidence na gazeti yenye ilikuwa inaongelea hiyo. How a justice was bribed 202 million Kenyan shillings, 2013-2014. This money, it was a network. So when the president hit the judiciary, hakumaanisha it was not a direct. Unajua watu wenye walifanya literature, interpretation matters a lot. So kuna ule mwenye alisema to the president aliingilia judiciary direct, but that was not a direct interpretation. It ought not to have been a direct interpretation. So I'm talking about the system that enabled the success of a bribery allegation over 202 million Kenyan shillings. I don't want to mention the name of a justice because I have the name. The network between the sitting governor and the judge, the justice, it was done by trained people wenye walihakikisha milioni 202 inapeanwa kwa justice. This money was given out in a petrol station in Nairobi. And to confirm that the money went into the right hand, kulikuwa na magari mawili. So one vehicle was for the accused. Another vehicle was for a justice in a petrol station in Nairobi. Wakati hizi 202 million Kenyan shillings was exchanged, it was in a briefcase. Ikatoka kwa gari ya kwanza na ikaingizwa kwa gari ya pili. So wakati inaingizwa kwa gari ya pili, to confirm, mkubwa alikuwa amekaa kwa gari ya kwanza, aliteremsha kioo. Gari ya pili, kioo ikateremshwa. So these two people looked at each other and wakasmile, then they show a nod that it is a true transaction. 202 million Kenya shillings was exchanged in Kileleshwa petrol station 2013. That was involving a justice. So when the president mentioned judiciary, LSK came out God blessing that president is attacking the judiciary. I want to question the LSK. Was that not a corruption case deal between a justice and the accused governor? In Nyeri, there was a woman who gave birth in a hospital while standing. LSK never talked anything. In Bungoma County, a high school with 50 girls getting pregnanted, LSK never mentioned anything. Nimekuja kundua kwamba LSK, you only come out to defend your own. If your own has been attacked, you will come out with a lot of English, making Kenyans to believe that if you are a lawyer, you must get an A for you to pursue law. That should not be the case. These guys always confuse Kenyans with a lot of English in TV stations, making Kenyans to believe that whatever they say, it is true. That is not true. LSK, you are the constitutional defender and the Kenyans defender. If a Kenyan has been aggrieved anywhere within the country, come out in defense of this Kenyan. You should not be one-sided. I have seen you are a one-sided people. You come out to defend only yours if yours has been attacked. So when the president attacked the judiciary, you came out because judiciary is where you belong. LSK nawaambia sisi wote ni wa Kenya. Sisi tunafuata katiba. Mimi nikiumizwa na kama hivyo I'm not getting justice, you come out in my defense. But you should not come out in defending your own. You have to rectify that, LSK. Hapo nimemalizana. I've shown you how 202 million Kenya shillings was bribed to a justice from the Supreme Court 2013, if you are not aware. And you never talked about that. Mambo ya president ku attack judiciary, I've told you that it is not necessarily the judiciary but the system around the judiciary. A justice cannot get a bribe from mtu kama mimi kama nimeumizwa. If I have to bribe him, yeye anakaa kando, mimi najua vile tunaorganize hapo katikati. These people do not take direct. So I've shown you how a network was connected to ensure that 202 million shillings was exchanged in a petrol station. And you know that. Nikitoka kwa hiyo, nataka kuongea mambo ya NHIF. One of my friend at one of my politician had talked about it. NHIF is on transition, and it has already been transformed from NHIF to Universal Health something insurance fund. So it has been changed. The reasons for changing, I don't need to explain now, but they have given out the reason. So this transition is helping a common mwananchi. So by changing, civil servants are going to pay 2.7% to that. Then mtu wa kawaida kama mimi huwa nalipa 500 shillings every month. Nimepunguziwa mzigo bwana. I'll be paying 300 every month. So if I pay 300 every month, na wewe mwenye unafanya kazi you are on a payroll, you are paying 2.7%, 0.75% deduction, ati ni mbaya. Mwenzangu, NHIF sasa wamerahisisha bwana. Sitalipa 500, ni 300 peke yake. But huyu mwenye ako kwa payroll atakuja akubrainwash, muende kwa street, mseme wanatunyonga, wanatumaliza na deduction. I want to tell the civil servants that we unemployed plus parents I'm going to come up with an association that will be countering your demonstrations or strikes. Because, let me give you an example. You are a civil servant. For instance, you are a teacher. The chairperson of the workers, I don't want to mention his name, but some 2-3 days he said, workers, if this month, if you check on your pay slip and you find 1.5% has been deducted, come out. That is what he said. I said, yes, come out. Now, I am a parent. I have taken my child to school. I have sold my land. I have sold my belongings to take a child to school to learn. Then this man is telling you that if you find 1.5% has been deducted, come out. Who will compensate my child? Mimi nimelipa bana school fees, mwalimu afunze mtoto. No, naambia ukiona 1.5% has been deducted, come out. What if these people also come out? The students also comes out because you are not teaching them. Who will compensate them? So whoever is advising civil servants to come out, if 1.5% has been deducted, don't mislead employees bana. Sisi huku nje we are just stand by. Suppose you go out na sisi tunaingia. Tuende kwa hiyo ofisi yako. Hakuna kazi huku nje bana. If you are on payroll, wewe shukuru Mungu. However much deductions are taking place, you relax. We have thousands of teachers not employed. We have thousands of graduates not employed. Wewe umekaa kwa ofisi unadanganywa ati toka nje. Suppose utoke nje na sisi tunarudi kwa hiyo ofisi. Sisi tutafanya hiyo kazi. You relax bwana. We are also suffering the way you are suffering, but you are not suffering because you are on payroll. We are never the same. Nimetoka hapo. I don't want to talk more about that. I have been talking over Nzoia Sugar Company. My friend, number Saba here, he is not present here, he knows why. My friend number Saba has been defending Nzoia that we will never sell this. It is ours, it is ours, it is ours. Now he has changed the tune that we must sell it because he's not giving us anything. We must sell it. Kenyans, we went to school and we went to get knowledge. If you have knowledge of saying no, say no. If you have knowledge of saying yes, say yes. I told you, if you have been following my clips, I told you that this British Bulldog Nzoia Sugar Company, this thing is suffering. It is not producing. It is not economical. It is not viable. It is just a liability. So when they release it or they sell it, I will say now I have won the first battle because the Bulldog has gone. When they sell it, people ought to reapply. Because when you sell it, unapatia mtu mwenye anataka biashara, production. Look at these supermarkets. They are owned by individuals. So if they sell it, itatoa sukari bwana. And like now, what the company is producing, it is lower than what the company is spending. Mkenya wa kawaida ukimwambia hivyo hasikii. That until a politician tells him this thing is not, it is not viable. That is not viable. So saki niongee maneno mengi, but my friend number Saba, I have talked about this thing not once, not twice, but several times for this thing to be sold. This British Bulldog, if it was sold, I'm now relieved. So I know he's coming here to say now, let us sell it. But some good weeks ago, he has been saying, it is ours, it should not be sold. Because Baba Roma has not said. My friend, hapa ni Kenya bwana. Yes. Let us use our knowledge. Yes. So Baba Roma had me that it should be sold. So if it has been sold, I'm so grateful. Congratulations. Taki maneno mengi bwana. Bunge la mwananchi.